Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic and our Human Rogues Joyous journey. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video and choosing to be here with me today. I do appreciate that. Hope you're all doing well. We are starting off in Stormwind City, and I've taken care of a few different things. We did some fishing, tried to do a little bit of leather working. I did look at buying some Swift Thistle to craft the Thistle Tea, but it's very expensive. It's very, very expensive on Pagel, so I can't really afford it. So we're going to have to do without for now. Eventually we will have more gold, and we'll be able to get some, but for right now I'm going to hold off. I did, however, pick up a few pieces of cheap gear on the auction house. We now have an 11 agility, 10 stamina helmet. We have a belt with strength and agility on it, and we have a new pair of pants, 12 agility, 12 stamina, and a new chest piece as well that actually has agility and stamina on it. So yeah, a few upgrades. I have the fishing pole equipped. Let's put that back in our main hand. And yeah, right now we are going out to the logging camp so we can pick up our new mount. But everything else, we're all trained up. We got new ranks of Eviscerate, and I believe we might have got a new rank of Sinister Strike. No, we're still at 6. But yeah, everything else is taken care of and trained. We're going to go get our mount, and then we'll be able to hearth back to Theramore. And we'll get into things a little more deeply over there. We could jump into the queue if we want to do that. Maybe at some point we could do a Maraudon run. I don't know if we're really like at level for that. We could just hang out in the queue and see if we get something together. We are, we're over in Kalimdor. We're nowhere near Desolace, and I think to get to Desolace we might have quite a bit of a journey if we wanted to make the run out there. But if we get a group that can summon us out there, then maybe we can go get the flight point. I think it's Nigel's Point for the Alliance. I also wanted to say a big thank you early today to those of you guys who went over and checked out my new channel and subbed to that. Thank you guys so much. It's going to be a place for us to play other games, explore other worlds, in a place where I don't have to worry about the YouTube algorithm. I don't have to care about how many views something gets. Basically what happens with YouTube is that if you start putting out content that doesn't consistently hit your channel averages, it'll stop showing people your videos. It starts out subtle, but then you'll see, like, not only will that content underperform, but your original content also starts to underperform, and it's all just a part of the algorithm, and it makes it better for me to just have a different channel entirely, to play things that are outside of the MMO genre. So yeah, thank you guys, those of you who jumped over and checked that out. I really do appreciate it. Valheim is the first game we're going to be tackling on the new channel, so if you're interested,
see you around.
Have a look, consider subscribing. It would really help me out.
You need something?
Okay, so 8. Yeah, we have the gold for this. What color do we want? Kind of just like the brown. Let's go with brown.
Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
There we go. Alright, we can move faster now. Very good. I never really understood why their eyes are glowing. Like, why does my mount have glowing purple eyes? It looks cool, don't get me wrong, it just doesn't really make any sense to me. Is he magical? Is he enchanted? It could be. I really have no idea. Let's go ahead and we'll hearth out of here. Let's have a look at the map and kind of plan out what we want to do next. We do need to come over here and meet up with Ren McGill. This, I believe, is an SI-7 operative who is spying on the defias in the area. Let's go talk to him and maybe we'll follow that to its conclusion before we move on and do anything else. I will get poisons up, but, you know, not right now. Before we do any combat, I will remember to get poisons on. Are we going to just want to go off-road here? I think we are just going to want to go down along the coast. Is probably going to be our most direct route to get to this place. So let's just do that. Let's go, if we can, down to the coast here. And we'll do the run down this way. I know, I said I would get them up before we're in combat, and here we are. We are in combat. You're absolutely right. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. Alright, let's do it now, though. I probably could have just swam around the island entirely. I probably don't have to fight these guys. But that's okay. Just a little bit of warm-up. Will it be a slice and dice type of day today, or will it be an eviscerate stacked type of day today? We will find out. Maybe it'll be like a combination of the two.
Can I help you?
Well met, Rogue. What brings you out here? Ren looks over the orders. So there was valuable cargo on board. We have to locate it before the defias recover it. These guys are no divers, but we're going to need some of their gear if you're to help me find the cargo. There's plenty of wreckage strewn across the bottom of the water from here to Alcaz, and the defias have already got divers out there looking around. With the help of some of their gear, we can get you suited up and ready to join the hunt, but you'll have to do some creative borrowing first. Search the island for a crate of diving gear and something to repair it with. When you've got them, bring them to me and I'll have your gear ready in no time.
See you around.
So we're looking for things to pick up on the island. Now for this, we probably are going to have to clear these guys out. Although maybe we'll benefit from the ones that we just cleared. It looks like we will. At least a little bit. This item is like right here. Somewhere. Aha. I see the sparklies, guys. I see them. I'm happy that her weapon is a broken bottle. That is actually amazing.
Hey there.
Let's see what you managed to borrow from the defias. Wow, this is in worse shape than I'd thought, and these tools. Well, I said I'd get this back into working condition for you, so I'd better get to work. I was able to make enough repairs to this gear to let you dive for a while anyway. I wouldn't count on it holding out for long, though. The wreckage of the ship is strewn along the bottom from the east coast of this island out toward Alcaz Island. While that helm holds out, locate pieces of the wreckage on the bottom between this island and Alcaz.
For the Alliance.
I've got it. We got it. And so we can... Do we wear the helmets? Supplies. Okay. And there's the helmet. And now we have some underwater breathing going on. Yeah, we just have water breathing. Now, what did he mean by it would run out? Is the item like a limited time? Yeah, duration 1 hour allows wearer to breathe underwater when worn. I wonder if the item just eventually vanishes from the inventory or what. Now we need to use the salvage tools, right? Okay. Let's drag that out. Requires shipwreck debris. Is that not what this is? Burning wreckage. Burning wreckage, I don't think, is necessarily the same. Yeah, here we go. Shipwreck debris. It's on the bottom. It's not the stuff up top. Okay, but the things that are sparkling up top are basically the surface level markers for the things you have to go collect at the bottom. We got attacked by a Mirefin ambusher. How very unexpected. We do have some defias divers out here that we might have to deal with. Looting a design citrine pendant of golden healing will bind it to you. Oh, okay, cool, I guess. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know why. Why would I get a bind on pickup jewel crafting recipe? What is a non-jewel crafter going to do with a soul-bound jewel crafting recipe? It's a little bit... I mean, obviously we can vendor it. I know that. It just seems a little bit weird to get a soul-bound recipe for a profession that you don't actually have. I could probably go a little bit further afield. Yeah, I was trying to kind of stick close, but it looks like we'll have to go further out. Wonder what the respawn rate on these is going to be like if we can kind of circle back around. Here we go. It would be cool if you stole like a pair of diving flippers too, and you could equip them on your feet, and it would increase your speed by like 200% while diving. That would be pretty cool. Has anyone ever thought it was weird that we'd make the same combat grunts and stuff underwater that we do not underwater? Has that ever, like, stood out and bothered anybody else before? I feel like when you're underwater, there should be, like, no combat noises. Or they could, like, put, like, a muted filter over them, similar to, like, kind of how we have that, like, echoey ambience. But yeah, hearing normal combat noises while underwater is a little bit weird, it turns out. I don't remember what this chains into, but I feel like it chains at least a couple more times into a few different quests.
What can I do for you?
Good work. Now let's see if our precious cargo is in here. We can get a sword upgrade, it turns out. 33 to 63. Yes, we want that. And while we're in our inventory here, let's go ahead and apply our poisons to it. There we go. You guys thought I was going to forget to apply poisons to that weapon, and I didn't forget. Jaina must know. You must bring news of our findings to Lady Jaina without delay. If the defias were transporting a prisoner, there's no telling who it might be or if the person is still alive. One thing is for certain, the defias wouldn't go to all this trouble for some petty grudge. Their prisoner must have been someone of importance. Lady Jaina would know better than anyone else what these findings mean. You'll find her at the top of the Mage Tower in Theramore's center.
Be careful.
Okay, perfect. Let's head back. Definitely don't need to go this way, but it gets us closest to the shore. Oh, that's not great. Let's go ahead and vanish. Let's vanish. And then we could just mount back up. We also need to re-equip our helmet whenever we're not in combat. And we don't get to keep the diver helmet. He actually took the diving helmet back. Because we no longer have it equipped. Oh, we need to go. I'm like circling this place like, where is Jaina? We completely missed the fact that we have to go up a little bit more. Now we can find Lady Jaina.
Welcome to Theramore. Have you come to help the Alliance?
You and Ren have done excellent work in bringing this information to light and reporting it immediately. Now we must confirm your findings. The implications are too great if we are wrong. It looks like Ren's hunch about Alcaz Island was right. We need to survey this island, but it would take a whole brigade of troops to fight our way in there. Theramore's defenses can't weather such a hit, so I've arranged with Cassa Crimsonwing, the apprentice to Theramore's Griffin Master, to allow you to use one of her beasts to survey Alcaz from the air. Alcaz Island holds the key to the mystery of the defias involvement in this kidnapping. So this isn't the Missing Diplomat questline, but it is like the second act of the Missing Diplomat questline, right? Because they're talking about Varian. And I'm pretty sure that's what the Missing Diplomat quest was about. This will be an upgrade, actually. That's nice. Okay, so we need to go talk to the apprentice Griffin Master. Oh, I was gonna read the thing, but I didn't read anything. I meant to read her little flavor text, but we just took off. Okay, so we're surveying. I don't know if we actually have to do anything here or not. I don't think we were given any kind of quest items to click, so maybe this is just a flight where we get to observe. Because yeah, we don't have anything to do, either in the quest log or on the ability bar. So I suppose we'll just hang out and enjoy the limited view distance in this case. I really wish that we could crank up the view distance a bit, but I don't think there's anything else I can do to do that. We need a bar right here for view distance that can like be increased. I want it to be able to be increased to where retail's at right now. I feel like you should be able to have that same view distance in Classic. It might make some stuff look a little bit weird, maybe, but I feel like we need more view distance. And then maybe they could take like an art pass to like clean up any weirdness that results from being able to see a little bit further off into the distance. So we're seeing an island base full of black dragons. I think they're black dragons. Maybe they're not. But yeah, that's what we found out. So yeah, this is definitely the Varian kidnapping. And the way they set those two quest lines up is pretty good, because the Missing Diplomat questline, if you follow it to completion, which we did not this time, it actually ends here. It ends here in Dustwallow. And when it ends, you're just kind of like, oh, so that's over. But then you do this other quest line that takes you out to the island and is also directly involving the kidnapping. So it's pretty cool how they stage those two together, and how you end up doing the second half of it, this quest chain, even if you didn't finish the Missing Diplomat. So you still get that story, even if you didn't do the first part of it. You'd think mages would make portals that could like take them to the tops of their towers. Maybe they do, maybe they teleport to the top, and climbing up is a pain that everybody else has to endure.
All I ever wanted was to study.
Yeah, we're taking the wrist guards. A rune circle? Dragonkin? The Defias have allied themselves with her? The traitor? Lady Jaina composes herself and prepares to explain.
Shh, I'm trying to think here.
Perhaps I should explain. Maybe you should. We had arranged for a secret summit between Warchief Thrall and King Rin, here in Theramore. The king was to travel here by ship in secret, but the ship never arrived and King Rin disappeared. Your help enabled us to connect the Defias to the mastermind behind the abduction, Anixia, who was posing as a member of the royal court. Meanwhile, the king managed to escape his captors and returned to Stormwind to deal with Anixia. I will send word that you have discovered the link to the Defias. I was a fool to think them broken with the defeat of Edwin Van Cleef, and King Rin will want to make an example of all who remain. I feel like they added this summary and slight, like, chronological shift in Wrath at some point, right? I don't remember that big expositionary part being in the original questline, but maybe it was. Alright, so that's all done. We did get our bracer upgrade. Let's go ahead and equip those. There we go. So, what do we want to do now? We could head out to Swamplight Manor. It looks like if we're looking at both the proximity and the level of the quest, that is where we want to go next. Raptor Captor. And then we have like an escort quest here we'll do as well. So yeah, let's tackle this area. Starting over with the Swamplight Manor stuff, because that will send us a little bit further to the west, I think. And maybe then we'll do the escort quest and pick up the Raptor Captor.
Need something?
Get off my lawn, unless, that is, you want to help old Swamp Eye with a little bit of cooking. What do you say?
See you later. Good day to you.
I like cooking, good swamp cooking, fried green frog legs and the like. And I'm all out of legs. The manor is overrun with frogs though, giant marsh frogs. Think you could bring me some of those legs? Nothing to it really, just bop them on the head and bring me the legs. Okay, bop them on the head, rip their legs off. Great, this sounds great.
Safe travels.
Greetings.
I traveled out here to pay Jarl a visit at his new home, and it's been non-stop horror ever since. There's something seriously wrong here, and I can't be the only one who sees it. Have you seen the ghosts and corpses shambling about Witch Hill? I have a feeling that if anyone knows what happened here, it's them. Seek out these risen husk and risen spirits in the surrounding area, grant them rest through combat, and see what you can learn from them before this evil consumes Jarl.
Be careful.
Alright, well, that's good. Let's go hunt some frogs, and we'll fight the undead nearby. That was a snake, not a frog. Oh, we have another quest to pick up over here that I completely disregarded. I don't think it's important to get it now. I feel like we're out of the area for frogs. I haven't seen a frog in a hot second here. Let's maybe work our way back this way. Are the frogs only right around the manor? I'm just not seeing any out here. Well, we're doing good on the kill quest. We just need to be focusing our eyes more on finding frogs. I'm sure they're like hopping all around me. And a lot of them I'm probably just not seeing, but they do camouflage quite well. There's one over here to our right. Alright, there we go. I wonder if I could have tab targeted. No, you can't. You can't tab target the frogs. Okay, that makes me feel better for not trying it. I wonder if I'll get a cooking recipe for the frog legs.
How are you?
Now he wants us to bring him 20 unpopped spider eyes.
Need help?
From your findings, the spirits in this place must amount to everyone who ever lived on this land, not just the previous occupants. Something's been corrupting and killing them. Those who follow don't learn the truth until it's too late. We have to put an end to this, Rambles. In my years as an herbalist, I've often observed that nature will provide subtle cures to the most vexing problems. I've read that hedge mages and witch doctors often use the smoke of an herb known as Witchbane to draw evil from its hiding places. If true, this would mean Witchbane should be growing near the shallow waters of Witch Hill. You should be able to identify it by its broad leaves and reddish central stalk. Bring me any of the herb you can find. It may be our only hope.
For the Alliance.
Let's grab this quest. Sifting through the loose dirt, the severed hand of an orc is found, and clutched in the hand is a bone-carved tube, and in the tube is a dirt-stained parchment. The parchment is written in Orcish, and it looks important. We will give it to somebody back in Theramore, I guess. So right now we're gathering Witchbane, and we do have this quest to head farther out here. Let's do the Witchbane first, and just make sure that it doesn't chain into anything else in that direction before we send ourselves all the way out there. And this will be our last one right here. Let's take out the Risen Husk.
Well met.
These match the description exactly. I prepared the torch while you were out. All that remains is to fasten the herbs to the end here. The torch is ready. Plant it at the end of the dock and be prepared to face whatever comes forth. Nothing really for us out of this.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's place the torch. Oh, that didn't help anything. I'm glad these guys are very, very unconcerned about what's happening right behind them.
King's honor, friend.
Is it over? Well, you were looking away the whole time, otherwise maybe you would know. It worked? I mean, it worked. Jarl and I are in your debt rambles. Now the only remaining problem is my friend's taste in furniture. And I'm afraid that won't be solved as easily. You don't think his taste in food is a problem? Because he's eating, like, bug eyes now. That's a little concerning, right? Look at that. I just bought this belt off the auction house, but I could have waited a little bit and I would have gotten this. I forgot that in Dustwallow Marsh, I feel like they took a pass and went through, and all of the quest rewards are actually very good. They're very good. In this case, we don't really need anything.
Light bless you.
Alright, so no more quest for that one. We can now head over here to the west. Let's grab Raptor Captor, and maybe we do this on the way back. Let's go see where Raptor Captor takes us. Actually, we do have a quest to turn in back here, the Orc Report. I wonder what that will chain into, and if it would be anything up in this direction. Part of me wants to hearth back. Let's grab Raptor Captor.
You need something?
The patch of swamp to the northeast is home to a particularly nasty breed of raptors. We've lost more than one unwary soldier to them, but I think we could turn them against our Grim Totem neighbors. Take this rope and use it to capture bloodfen raptors or bloodfen screechers. I wouldn't try to capture one of the beasts until you've weakened them quite a bit in combat. It's going to be quite a struggle.
Have a good one.
Oh, good. Great, we're capturing them. Interesting. Let's do this one. Oh, I'm supposed to... I'm not supposed to kill him and skin him, guys. I'm supposed to use the lasso on him. Yeah. I got so excited about just being able to do some skinning that I just completely blanked on the quest right after reading it. That's when you know you need to do some skinning. So we'll weaken him. And then we'll use the item. That guy died, like, really quick, and I couldn't use the item? Maybe the item needs to come out where I can click it. Oh, you guys saw me trying to click the item. I don't know if we maybe killed him too fast or what. Should I stop attacking? Okay, let's stop attacking. Can't do that yet. Let's hit him one more time. Let's stop attacking. And then they die. Oh, that's fun. So I have to not hit an ability there. We have to get them pretty low. And we hit them quite hard, so... Okay, let's stop attacking. Yeah, that's... It's just going to be tricky to get them to a point where we can use the item, but where we don't instantly kill them. Like, I'd hope I can use the item here, but we still can't do it. Still can't do that yet. Like, look how low they have to be. That's kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and heal up. They're not doing a lot of damage to us, but after several combats, it's a good idea to bandage. This will be the last one we need, actually. Once we learned where the sweet spot was, it wasn't that bad. It was finding it that was the problem. Yeah. There we go. All done with that one.
Hello.
Great, finally something that doesn't want to eat me. I need help handling the critters out here. Okay, the cook Morgan Stern is researching a new recipe and he sent me out here to gather bogbean leaves, so I guess he thinks they're tasty. Anyway, while looking for a bogbean plant, I got myself turned around. Can you help me out of here and watch my back as I look for the bogbean?
See you around.
Okay, let's do it. Help, I'm under attack. That's what everybody says when they get attacked by a raptor. When a raptor runs up and mauls you, you cry out, help, I'm under attack. It doesn't look like we have to escort this guy very far. And we're heading back that way anyway. Although he could have several stops he has to make, he is looking for something. So maybe that's not going to be our only destination. I don't know, I think maybe we've done this one other time. But prior to this playthrough, I kind of avoided escort quest. Now let's look for the herb. Yeah, he's going to stop at a few places and look around, I guess. He's probably going to get attacked while he's looking around. So we'll stick close to him. Nope, not here. At least he helps us out when we do get into combat. He's punching the crocolisk. I don't know if punching a crocolisk is going to help very much, except to make it angry, but maybe. He's still looking. He can't find it. He hasn't even told us what it looks like, so... Ah, there's one, he says. Let's go over there and collect it. Oh, he can swim too. Nice. Okay, now let's get out of here. Oh, we're being attacked. He doesn't care. He's like, well, you can fight. I'm gonna run. There we go. He figured it out. This should be about as far as he needs to be escorted. I can make it from here, thanks Rambles, and talk to my employer about a reward. Okay, so maybe he'll give us the recipe. I don't know. Let's turn in Raptor captors right up here. See what that chains into.
Greetings.
You look a little scratched up, but nothing major. You're certainly in a lot better shape than the Grim Totem will be when our new Raptor friends get done with them. Oh, you've got a couple of more quests. Alright, let's have a look. We're doing all we can to keep the Grim Totem raiders at bay, but they keep launching assaults on the tower. Even worse, they've managed to discover and capture the patrols the captain sends out to gather information and safeguard the road. I suspect the captives are being held in the Blackhoof village to the northwest. Knowing the Grim Totems, the defenders of the village probably carry the keys to the prisoners' cages with them. I don't care what you have to do, Rogue, just bring back my men alive.
See you later. Can I help you?
And unleash the Raptors. Now that we've got our Raptors, our next move is to encourage them to attack the Grim Totems at Blackhoof village. I've got a leftover haunch of, well, it doesn't really matter what it is. It'll be your bait. Set it down on the ground in Blackhoof village near the windmill in the center of the settlement. The Raptors should take care of the rest if their training took. Well, shoulders, not for us though. So nothing out of this one. We can get a neck upgrade, but our neck is kind of off stat anyway. We need agility, but we have a strength one, so that'll be an upgrade in a way.
Have a good one.
Alright, guys, I think I am going to take a break here. When we come back, we're gonna probably go do the Grim Totem stuff first, and then we will head out and do Dark Mist Eyes. We'll get all that stuff turned in. We'll see where that leaves us. Eventually, I should probably, while we do that, we'll at least come down here. You know, maybe we make a circuit. We could come down here. We could grab his quest. I believe that's for Murlocs. We need to inspect the ruins really soon. So we do have to prioritize that, I think, a little bit. Everything else is good, but yeah, I think at least coming down here and grabbing these and getting this rolling is going to be really important to not losing it. So yeah, that is what we will do next time, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Really do appreciate the continued support on this one. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.